What up, everybody? It's your boy CG, back at you guys again with more crypto news. Now, before I get into the topic of today's video, if you guys could do me a favor and hit that like button, it's the easiest way for you to show your support. It takes less than a second, and on top of that, it puts me on the good side of the YouTube algorithms. Now, without further ado, today's topic: Visa has finally applied for a digital dollar patent. Now, a lot of people might confuse this digital dollar patent or their project with a stable coin. This is not, in fact, a stable coin. This is them attempting to replace the current US dollar. So the patent was actually filed back in November 8th of 2019, in which the USPTO, which is the US Patent and Trademark Office, stating that it takes quite a while for them to, I guess, publish whether the patent was given to them. Well, of course, the patent is going to be given to them, but that's basically what they said. The whole idea behind the patent is as follows. Visa's patent is described as a central entity computer that receives requests that include the serial number and denomination of a physical currency, the creation of the digital currency, and the removal of the physical currency from circulation in a fiat currency system is recorded on a blockchain. So, a little bit of stuff right there that you have to really unpack. It's a little bit, but it means a lot. So essentially what they just stated there is that they're going to have a central authority, another central authority that is going to be in control of the distribution of the United States official currency. And whilst they are distributing this currency, they're going to be removing physical cash from the streets. So essentially, they're attempting to put the final nail into the coffin in moving forward with a truly cashless society. Now, I'm not going to make a grand statement that cash will not exist, but in my opinion, it will only be used for smaller payments, like over the counters, like maybe at the store, whatever it may be. And to be honest, who knows? The younger generation is taking over. The older generation, we have our quirks that we enjoyed in our times growing up, but going forward, the younger generation is probably going to be more preferable to the idea of everything being digital and them not having to carry cash. And let's be honest, technology is made for people of the future, not for the people of today. So going forward, they have stated in Congress that the idea of a digital dollar was debated inside of the CARES Act. Well, let's be honest. We are going in a direction of society where this discussion does need to be had because the current system we have is really inefficient. So I guess during the discussion of the CARES Act, and for those who don't know, the CARES Act was the $3 trillion stimulus bill or package that the Democrats introduced to the House and which sent off to the Senate. But Senate's controlled by Republicans. They have their differences, so I don't think the care package or the stimulus package actually went through. But this discussion is going to be had because of the vast amount of inefficiencies in our current monetary system. They are going to be discussing ways to more efficiently and better supply the Americans with their benefits from these stimulus packages. So of course the digital dollar is going to be discussed, and they're stating right here that although the digital dollar was not included in the final legislation for this bill, separate bills have been introduced in both the House and Senate that looks to legally create a digital dollar at the Fed and also a digital dollar wallet at the Treasury. The digital dollar was suggested to provide economic stimulus benefits and possibly UBI, which is Universal Basic Income for all Americans. So wow, a lot to take in right there. For those who don't know, UBI is essentially a guaranteed monthly income for all citizens of America because automation is happening at this very moment. The workforce is getting reduced because machines are starting to take the jobs that Americans once were able to do. And on top of that, with these innovations in the tech industry and automation, they're going to have a surplus in profits in money, and there's going to be a lot of money saved because they don't have to deal with human error, human nature, or anything that comes with, having people as your primary workforce. So essentially, they're saying that with this boon in profits and also this boon in lack of expenses, they're saying that this money could go towards every American's living expenses and basically paying them a certain amount guaranteed per month. Now, while this hasn't been discussed as far as what amount that Americans should be getting, Andrew Yang, one of the ex-presidential candidates, stated that it should be like $1,000 a month for every American. We still haven't really heard anything about it going forward. Maybe if you look, but not on the surface area. But going into this next article, which goes a little deeper into depth about this actual patent by Visa. So essentially, when talking about the central entity computer that they talked about in the last article, Visa doesn't give away much about what it specifically would be, though the filing states a central entity may be a central bank which regulates in monetary supply. So boom, that automatically explains the title right here, which it says Visa patent filing would allow central banks to mint digital fiat currencies using blockchain. So essentially, Visa would be laying the framework for other central banks to come in, create their own digital currencies, not just the U.S., but let's say other countries like the U.K., whoever it may be, to make their own currencies and have them distributed on Visa's blockchain. Because they said it doesn't have to be a specific central bank, and they're not saying it's actually Visa that's going to be in control of everything that's going on. So, boom. On top of that, Visa was also awarded a patent on May 12th for a detokenization system, which is a means to redeem an asset locked in token format. So essentially, assets that have been tokenized, digital currencies, crypto, whatever it may be, even real estate, because they are trying to tokenize the commodity sector, the real estate sector, and all these things, stocks, whatever you could think of. It's going in that direction. So they're preparing for the future, and I've seen this coming. It's amazing how fast it's coming. But at the same time, what's that law? It's not Maslow's. Like what's that law where as time moves forward, the adoption rate of new technology it increases exponentially. This is an example of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this started going into effect within the next 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5 years. I'm not going to say 3. 2 to 5 years, where they really start paving the cement and have these structures built on top of this network. Well, everybody, this has been your boy CG. That's today's article. I'll come back probably Monday, if not tomorrow, with some more news that you guys may find interesting. I hope all of you have a great day and stay safe. Peace. I'm out.